Welcome back to my channel. I'm finna do a reaction to this is like day 4 of the Julio Foolio trial. Photos show Julio Foolio shot up Dodge Charger after ambush murder. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Name for the record?
Alicia Kaufman, Kaufman.
Ms. Kaufman, how are you employed?
I'm a crime scene investigator with the City of Tampa Police Department.
How long have you been a crime scene investigator?
About 15 years.
Back on June 25th of 2024, did you respond to the Tampa Police impound lot to assist with processing a vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that pursuant to a search warrant that was obtained by law enforcement?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you working alongside homicide detectives?
Yes, ma'am. It would be, I believe, Detective Alverson and Detective Kirkpatrick.
And was the vehicle that you were processing, was that the black Dodge Charger belonging to the victim, in this case, Charles Jones?
I do know that it was a Charger, but at that point in time, I didn't know who actually it belonged to.
What was your role when...
They got the witness, no witness, whether it was on his side, Julio side, or her side, the suspect side. They did not want to be seen on camera, but they got the cops seen on camera as they should. You feel?
Processing that black Dodge Charger?
I was advised by the detectives that the first portion of the search warrant had been completed, the swabs, other photographs, etc. And my sole job was going to be to photograph further and document the damage and potentially pull any projectiles from that vehicle.
So there had already been a crime scene investigator who had already done those things that you have just mentioned. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How did the vehicle appear then when you came to the impound lot?
It was in one of the secured bays, and it had what we would call as yellow markers or yellow stickers. They look like little rulers. They have our police department logo on them. And with that being on there, that indicates to me that something had either been notated or prior photographed and documented.
And you said the detectives briefed you that they had already had the vehicle processed for swabs for DNA. Is that correct?
Yes, that they had already gone through the entire vehicle.
As well as the photographing the damage to the exterior of the vehicle. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Part of what you were documenting was that to do the interior of the vehicle and to collect any sort of projectiles or bullet fragments that were still contained inside the vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to show you what's been marked for identification states 68A through double K. Did you previously look at all of these photographs before coming to court today?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, at this time, you would introduce into evidence 68A through KK.
Any objection?
No objection.
Was there a projectile that you recovered from this vehicle that still appeared to be intact?
Yes, ma'am.
And where was that located?
I believe I notated it as like a hinge hood. So when you open the hood of the vehicle, in this particular case, the vehicle opened normally where the hood opens towards the windshield. And in the corner, up near the windshield of the driver's side, there's kind of a groove or a divot where the wires come. And it was right there up in that area.
Do you document with photographs that entire path, opening the hood, as well as the location and close-ups of what you just described?
Yes, ma'am.
Please tell us what you are documenting in 68B. Let me put that down a little bit.
So in this particular photograph, that's just going to show that the hood is open. And again, those yellow stickers were there prior to my arrival.
And can you point out where it is ultimately that you locate that projectile that's still intact?
Sure. Good to get up?
Yes, ma'am.
It's definitely a little difficult from here to see, but if you see the corner where the hinge comes to the hood, there's almost like a leaf that's orange, a little off-center, and it's right about there in that particular area.
And 68C, I'm going to stand up just
Yeah,
for
they
these
shot
next
that
series.
mother up.
68C, is that a close-up of that area that you're talking about?
Yes. So you'll see, again, there's that hinge, or the corner, you have your hinge coming down here, and then right kind of underneath where that parallel line comes, it breaks. It's hard to see just because of the shadows, but there's a further documentation after that.
68D?
So that's going to be, you can actually see where it comes down the parallel again. So we're kind of leading into this photo to show that very almost shiny, metallic looking item there in the middle, kind of lower, almost the center of the photograph there.
And then 68E.
That's my hand, just removing the projectile, again with what we would use as a measure, just basically showing it close up.
And that was the one projectile that you found still intact, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You can go ahead and have a seat.
Thank you.
Please tell us what 68F shows.
Excuse me. So that is going to be the driver's seat, as well as the headrest of the driver's seat.
And can you show damage from projectiles in this particular photograph?
Yes, you can actually see, due to the headrest being dark colored, all of those little white spots and fragments are potential damage there.
68G, what part of the vehicle is this?
That's actually going to be the back of the driver's side headrest. You can see the steering wheel in the forward of the picture, notating that we're still on the driver's side, and then that's just an opposite, so that way we can get both sides of that headrest.
And again, in this photograph, can you see damage that has been caused by projectiles in this particular, in the back driver's seat of the headrest?
Yes, particularly if you're looking at the actual driver's seat, those two notations correct over there on the right side.
68A.
I believe believe that's the driver's side. Yes. That's okay. That's all right. Wanted to make sure that we have them notated and separated. That's going to be the driver's side headrest. We're looking at this particular photograph is the front once we removed it in order to actually document it better and further.
68I.
Now we're going to go in and do kind of like, again, those overalls. Now we're in a mid-range, just showing the damage as well as a marker, or as well as a measure in this one.
And then 68J, is that another close-up of 68I?
That's correct.
Did you do the same process for the back of the driver's side headrest?
Yes, ma'am.
68K.
So again, notating that we're in the back of the driver's side headrest now. Those are the same two spots that you noticed on the photograph of the seat when it was actually still intact.
And do those correspond with the holes that are in front of the headrest on the driver's side?
For the most part, it's a little difficult.
Is it kind of at an angle?
Yes.
68L, what are you documenting here?
So that's going to be the passenger seat headrest once it was removed. Again, we're looking at the front of it.
And again, is there damage caused by projectiles to the passenger seat headrest?
There is damage to the lower, if you look at the lower corner, correct, right there.
68M.
We're just kind of going in, looking at a mid-range without that measure.
68N.
And that's showing the measure with the same damage that we saw in that prior picture.
Does it show, can you see another area that's kind of damaged to the seat a little bit lower in this photograph?
Yes, it actually shows both pieces. One up by the 4 on the top of the measure and one actually closer to the 4 on the latter part of the measure.
And 68O, is that a close-up of the damage to the lower part that was displayed in 68N?
Correct.
Please tell us what is in 68P.
I believe that that is going to be the back of the passenger headrest.
What are you documenting in 68Q?
So this is going to be what we would call the B pillar of the vehicle. It's that pillar that runs between the driver or the front door and the back door. And right dead center, you'll see the actual line of the black B pillar, and then there's a giant white spot. That's a strike or potential damage. So we're just kind of getting that overall angle so that we can maneuver in, so that we can see how we're moving forward in our photos.
You also see damage to the window of the driver's door, is that correct?
Correct.
And then 68R. Is that the same area in the center of the photo, just at a better angle?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a lot, boy.
What are you documenting in 68S?
So now we've moved to the back seats, just kind of documenting overall in the back seat at this point in time.
And what is kind of the different particles that are in the seat that are kind of green and white?
It's going to be fractured glass.
68T.
So again, we're looking in from the driver's side of the vehicle. So to the right side of the photograph, you're going to have the rear driver's seat. Moving over from right to left, then we'll have the center seat, and then obviously the rear passenger seat on the other side. And we're just documenting in this photograph the seat back as well as the seat headrests.
Can you point out which seat has damage by projectile?
Actually, they all have pretty much damage. In this particular photo, we're looking mainly at this one here, the rear driver's side, and then it's hard to see, but you'll get into the other photos and you'll see a little bit more damage there.
68U.
So this is the center of the back seat.
And then 68V.
And now we're going to be looking at the rear passenger seat back itself.
And in this photo, can you again see any sort of damage caused by projectiles?
Yes, up in the what would be your right shoulder area, you can see some damage there.
I'm going to show you 68X. What are you depicting in this photograph?
This is going to be damage to the rear passenger side seat, up near the top where the seat back is, or where the headrest is. You can kind of see it. It's a little faint, but it's next to the one, between the 1 and the 2 there.
And just for reference, is the tan in the photo, is that depicted back in 68V?
Yes, the tan is.
68Y.
Just a closer up photo. Again, you can see it kind of mid-range between the 2 and the 2 there.
68Z.
Just some further damage. That one again is a little hard to see, but it's equivalent to the 3 on the side, and then kind of below the 2, 3 marker there.
Going to 68AA.
So that's going to be the back of the rear driver's seat once we had pulled it out and removed it.
And did you see any sort of damage or strikes to the bottom?
Not to my recollection on the bottom.
68BB.
So that's going to be damage. I believe that's the middle seat.
Again, can you, for the record, just kind of designate where it is located in the photograph?
Sure, it's actually pretty much center in the photograph itself, at the 2 and the 2 mark there.
What is in 68CC?
That is going to be the seats once they were removed. That's going to be your middle seat and your driver's seat.
And we're still looking at the front of that, is that correct?
Correct.
And again, can you see the damage in this particular photograph from projectile strikes?
Yes, it's going to be in the actual headrest up on the right. Then you can see in the tan portion where that line comes down. And then it's a little harder to see, but between the headrests, there's actually some more damage there.
68DD?
That's going to be kind of between those headrests.
A
The
close-up
damage
from
field.
when we just looked at 68CC.
Correct.
68EE?
So now we're in that, we're doing a mid-range photo again. That's going to be the driver, the rear driver. Dead center, you'll notice kind of the discoloration coming down right at the line that goes up and down as well as the vertical line. And the, I'm sorry, the horizontal line.
68FF, what are we looking at?
It's going to be the back of the seats for the middle and the driver.
And in this particular photo, can you see damage from a projectile strike?
You can, there's some small damage down on the bottom to the right. Right there, there's some damage pretty much in the center on that particular photo.
68GG?
So that's just marking where that is, especially because it's kind of hard to see without that marker, specifically saying where it is on the photo.
And then 66AA, is that a close-up of the damage that was at the lower end of that seat?
Correct.
What are you doing in 68II?
So peeling back, you can actually almost feel the in this particular case, the copper jacketing that's underneath there. So I just took my knife, peeled that layer back, and located that jacketing, and that's going to be right in the center of the photograph, yes ma'am, at the headrest between the center seat and the side seat.
68JJ, what are we looking at in this photograph?
So there's a lot going on here, but what we're really focusing on and depicting is the driver's side door is open. We're looking into the driver's side at the dashboard area, but we're focused mainly on that item of damage there, correct?
And is that a projectile strike that is kind of going into that dashboard area on the lower driver's side of the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
68KK?
So now we're doing a closer up photograph of that with the measure again.
After you basically peeled back some of the seats and pulled out various parts of the car, can you tell the jury, I know that there was one intact projectile that was found in the hood area, what other either projectiles or fragments did you locate?
I did locate some other, what I would call as fragments or debris, pieces of metal, essentially, from some of the seat rests, as well as I believe a small sliver came out of the dashboard.
The part of the back or that seat that you peeled back and you kind of saw a fragment, was that the only other thing other than the projectile that you could qualify as a fragment? Were the other pieces that you qualified as debris too small or too tiny to be able to truly discern if it came from a projectile?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I have one moment?
Yes.
All right, so that's basically just them going over, you know, in court, they got to show the damage that's been done, sadly, or whatever. That's just them going over it. But y'all comment below, let me know what y'all think. And do y'all feel like she's innocent, guilty? Not only do you feel like she's innocent or guilty, you know, in my previous videos, I told you guys, it's not always about if you're really innocent or if you're really guilty. Do y'all believe that her lawyers can get her out of this, whether she's innocent or guilty in general? Y'all comment below, let me know. Other than that, y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys visit my website, zodiacscience.com. I got some new merchandise for you guys. I got all 12 zodiac signs, sandals, and slippers too. See, slippers as well. You know what I'm saying? zodiacscience.com. If you're a music artist or YouTuber looking to monetize or make money, go to letshelpyougrownow.gumroad.com. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.